So friends, in the previous videos we have learned sales ratio and as well as time ratio and their acronyms. Sales ratio acronym was BBCS C square T and time ratio acronym was stop Mr. ED. You just have to remember where to put cube and where to put square, and this will be proper only when you will practice it. Always whenever you see a PPI sum, you should write the sales ratio and times ratio acronym, and then in the question only mark there which is sales, which will go in the sales ratio and which will go in the time ratio. I hope this is quite clear to you all. I gave you all the explanation how to solve the time ratio sum and how to solve the sales ratio sum. So I hope this is quite clear. I have taught you all about post and pre expenses, but I have not taught in detail. Now in this video I'll be teaching it in detail. So I'll be giving acronyms for pre-incorporation expenses and post-incorporation expenses. So firstly, let's start with, just a second. Pre-incorporation expenses. That means these expenses, whichever I'll be listing under this head, will directly go in the pre column. Okay, it won't be divided in any ratio, just simply it will go in the pre column. Okay. So first the acronym is PVC. P stands for partners salaries, and V stands for vendors salaries. Third, C stands for interest on partners capital. I have already taught you about interest on partners capital over here in the previous video. Interest on vendor capital or partners capital, I have already taught you over here. You can refer it in the previous video. So firstly, this is the acronym for pre-incorporation expenses. So firstly, please pause the video and write this much. I hope you all have copied the pre-incorporation expenses. These are the expenses like partner salary, vendor salary. This expenses will be directly going in the pre-incorporation column. Okay, we'll be solving the sum. That time you'll get a better grip. Now we'll move on to post-incorporation expenses. The acronym is Dubai MDG's PDF. Okay, so this is the acronym. Let's start the expenses which are under this head. First is director fees and traveling expenses. Second is underwriting commission. Third is brokerage paid on sales of shares and debentures. I hope this is quite visible to you all. Fourth is appropriation by companies. Fifth is income tax. Sixth is MD, that is managing director remuneration. Seven is goodwill written off. It is quite visible. Shares transfer fees. Ninth, salary 2 directors, 10th preliminary expenses, 11th dividend on shares, 12th debenture interest, 13th formation expenses. So these are all the expenses under post incorporation expenses which will be directly posted in the column of post incorporation expenses. Okay, so firstly please pause the video and copy this much. I hope you all have copied this much. Now only small thing that I want to talk with you all is, see the direction given in the question. What kind of directions might be given in the question? It might be like this: rent paid throughout the year is uneven. Okay, that is from 1/4/2015 to 30th 6 2015. We'll take 30th 9 2015. The rent is rupees 1000 per month, and for remaining period the rent has been increased to rupees 1200 per month. So how you will solve this? So firstly you need to find out time ratio, and the direction given in the question is based on time ratio only. Suppose if the time ratio is 1:3, if 1:3, that means 3:9. That means the time ratio is let's see, the time ratio is from 1/4/2015 to 30th 6 2015. It is the pre-period. That means before this, on 1/4/2015 the business was purchased, and on 1/7/2015 the business was got incorporated. So that means 1/7/2015 to the remaining period, that is 31/3/2016, it will be the post. So if the question is given the specific direction how to solve, so now see, they have given the specific direction that from 1/4/2015 to 30th 9 2015 the rent is 1000 per month. That means for the first 6 months it is 1000 per month. But as per our pre and post the time ratio is 1:3. Okay, so firstly we'll write, I have already shown you in the easy manner. You should follow this manner only, rather doing some high-tech calculation. Keep it always simple. This will help you to use your brain less, and it may shift some pressure to other sums where it is really needed to apply your logics. Okay, so simply write April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay, so for the first 6 months it is 1000. So we'll simply write 1 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, and for the remaining 6 months the price has increased to 1200 per month. So we'll write 1.2 1.2 1.2 1.2 1.2 1.2. Okay, so firstly we'll draw a line of pre, and then we'll find the post. The post is of 9 months. Okay, so let's total this. The pre total is 3, and the post total is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 9 plus 1 2 3 4 5 6, that means 1.2, which is equal to 3:10.2. Okay, so this is the ratio. I hope this is quite clear. So in this manner we have to solve the direction. That means the question in the adjustment, they have given a specific direction for specific expenses. You have to simply follow that. You have to ignore whether it will go in time ratio or sales ratio. You just simply have to find out firstly time ratio and have to allocate in the actual manner as it is given in the adjustment of the question. I hope this is clear. So if you want to copy, please pause the video. I hope you all have paused the video and copied this much. Copy the remaining part. I hope you all have copied this much. The next video will be on the sums. I will be teaching 1 or 2 maximum sums. Then later we will start with some new chapter. I am not committing any chapter which I am starting after this. But stay connected. You will come to know which chapter I am starting. Okay.